Hello guys, this is Alejo. Today I am going to talk about something very important. Sometimes when we are talking in English, out of the blue we stop talking because we go blank. Or maybe because we just don't know what to say next. Or maybe we don't have enough vocabulary to continue on with the conversation. Today I'm gonna give you some clues for you to unlock your brain and have a fluent conversation. There are some sentences that could help you out in those cases when you go blank. Those sentences will be perfect for you to continue with the conversation. If you're talking to someone and you don't understand the other person, there's a lot you can say. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat what you just said? I am not following you. If you apply those sentences, the conversation will continue. Remember, the most important thing is that you don't remain silent. It's very awkward when you're talking to someone and the other person stops talking. It's very strange, right? So the idea is that you continue talking. If you don't understand the other person, you can say those sentences and the other person will find other ways to make him or her understandable. If the other person asks you something and you don't understand, you can also say many things. I don't think I understood your question. Could you repeat that one, please? Very important. Don't say just what, because if you say just what, you might sound rude.
Say what?
For that reason, it's better if you say, I'm sorry, I couldn't understand. Please repeat again. Now, what happens if you are talking and you just forget what you were saying? It's very common. You're talking to someone and then I just don't remember what I was saying. So remember, don't stay like, trying to remember your ideas again. You can say many things to continue the conversation. What's that word again? It's on the tip of my tongue. I've had a mental blank. I can't remember the word in English. I don't know how to say this in English. Maybe you can help me out. Never mind. Let's move on. Sometimes when we're talking, we just lost our path and we are not very sure to continue because now we're lost. What do we say to start over or start again? Hang on, let me start over. Let me try that again. I completely lost my train of thought here. I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was saying. It'll come back to me in a few seconds. Another situation that is very common when we are talking to a native person or another person that is speaking English with us is that we just don't know what to say. Maybe because we don't know about that topic or maybe because we don't have enough vocabulary. What we need here is to buy time. Meanwhile, you remember what you are going to say. Let me think about that for a second. That's an interesting question. Let me think about it. I've never been asked that before. I'm not sure. Give me a second to think about it. As you can see, it's better to say those things so you can buy time than going like, Sometimes somebody asks you something and you don't know what to answer. Remember, the idea is not to go silent and just keep your mouth shut. You need to say something. And in this case, if you don't know what to answer, maybe you can return the question with clever sentences. I've never thought about that. How about you? What do you think about that? That question is tricky. What's your thought about that? So as you can see, in this case, you are not just silent. You continue with the conversation, but you are returning the question. Maybe the other person is going to answer, and that's going to give you some ideas for you to come up with your own answer. Now, it's very common that you are talking, and maybe because of mispronunciation or because the words are not very clear, the other person doesn't understand you. That is very, very awkward, right? So what to do in those cases when you are talking and the other person seems not to understand? The best idea in these cases is try to ask if the other person is understanding you. For example, am I clear? Am I making sense? I can see I'm not being very clear. Let me start over. I'm sorry, I think I'm confusing you. What I'm trying to say is, my friends, remember, very important, don't keep your mouth shut. Don't remain silent. Just continue with the conversation with those practical ideas. And then the other person is going to talk and you will have the time to think about the next sentence you will say. I hope this is clear for you guys. Good luck on your conversations and I'll see you later, my friends.